Hello guys, it's DB the Decent Gamer here, back with another Doki Literature Club part. Now, if you remember the last gameplay, things got a little crazy. But we're going to continue the story. Let's begin. Start a new game, trophy earned. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's name is... You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep, and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk. To me. Oh my god! It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Dang. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Liege DB. Oh my god. Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Do I know you? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. So what? Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. I don't believe you. Basically, completely out of my league. So have her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Nah, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Ah, the beautiful world of politics. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm sorry, a new one. Okay. A literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Really? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. You're telling me. Well, I could see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica just say she? Hey, Leash DB. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? How would you know I was looking at the clubs, Monica? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance that you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? No. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. There's all the reasons to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Oh, I see how it is, Leash DB. You were fighting Sayori on it, but when it's Monica, then you want to do it. Yeah. Freaking hypocrite. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Leash DB. You know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Wait, what? What do you mean more important? You need the supplies! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. It's not too late, man. Run! Run, she's doing something. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs in a section of the school I rarely visit. Now, Leash DB, run! Run while you have the chance! Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Oh my... I did not see that coming. Jeez! That actually scared me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Why is Sayori always being sexist to me? Way to kill the atmosphere. Same lines, yada yada. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the Literature Club, Leash DB. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls, yada yada. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? I barely know her. The one with the purple hair looks more attractive. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sore attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Yep, read that. Anyway, that is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Ah, my girl got up a rank. Nice job, Yuri. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet you both, the both of you. So I ran into Leash DB in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Leash DB? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Table combiner. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet door. Oh, why'd you just open the closet? You planning to shove me in it? Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across each other. Still feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. That's Natsuki. Reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She clearly places teacups in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I personally like hot chocolate, but tea's fine, I guess. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... So insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Liege DB, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, the expanded universe of Star Wars. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way to answer that. We've went back to kindergarten reading levels. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet, yep. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? But for Yuri. Look without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Yep. I've already read this, I'm sorry. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep and... You know, I'm not even going to read that. I read a horror book once. Yep. I did expect that from you. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or take me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Lucky? I barely read because I have issues reading. That's why I go for audiobooks. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. This one is very determined or into her work. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Because she's a weenie. No, I'm kidding. I know someone who's gonna get mad at that. Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Hey, you dug yourself into this corner, Natsuki. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write cute things, don't you? Well, what? What gives you that idea? Yeah, the poem that she was writing. Now, don't read it and give that back. I'm fine. Yada, 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 yada. Share with me sometime. She says no because she sucks. No, I'm kidding. No, I like all of them. I like all the girls. For the most part. But anyway. Yada, yada. Well, I might have went too fast. Hold on. Maybe you share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. Which, speaking of which, why don't we save our get? No! Our progress! It's gone! Alright. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, just got an idea. How about this? Uh-oh. Natsuki and Yuri quickly squeezically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That is a horrible idea. And that way everyone's even. No! I ain't doing that. Can't make me. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. It was a horrible idea, Monika. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for us to participate in together. I did decide to take the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now we have a new member. It seems like a good step for us to take.
Do you agree as well, Liege DB?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but never made any decision. I still have the other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Don't look at me like that!
But, I'm sorry, I thought...
Yeah, this isn't fair. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Liege DB. Thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club.
She's manipulating us! She's a manipulator!
She's literally manipulating us and guilt-tripping us of not wanting to join the club. That evil woman, Sayori, never did that. At least Sayori, when she did it, like, she didn't guilt-trip us like, the club won't start without a fourth member. No! This woman right here is just straight up manipulating, saying, we can't have a club without a fourth member, so you need to join. That's just evil. Evil woman. We need a fourth. I knew it. I've been trying really hard to find a new member. And if we don't find one more member before the festival... Wait, how would you even have a festival? You just started the club in this timeline.
In my defenseless... I am defenseless against these girls. Are you kidding me?
Monica is literally manipulating us. She's going full Palpatine on us. Come on.
How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation.
No.
That is manipulation.
So don't feel bad, Liege DB. Just pack your stuff, leave now. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. I should have done that in Liege voice, but oh well.
So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls.
That sounded wrong when I said it in that voice.
Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
You fool! But then again, Yuri's here, so I guess... Okay, maybe Liege DB did make the right choice. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Liege DB?
Liege DB shouldn't, but I think he means it. Yeah, I knew it. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all of this, I would be super pissed.
Blame Monica.
Liege DB, I'm so happy.
I'm not.
We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing.
Yes, I am, but seriously, you and your manipulation. You need to stop manipulating people.
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all of this, I would be super pissed. Blame Monica. Please, DB, I'm so happy. I'm not. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing.
Yes, I am, but seriously, you and your manipulation. You need to stop manipulating people.
I'll do everything I could do to give you a great time, okay?
You better. I want a lounge chair. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment.
Yes. Kicking it back and watching TV.
Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can share.
Dang it! Monica looks over at me once more.
Please, DB, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah.
Like, really, yeah, we've seen that. Yep, cleans up the stuff.
I guess I'll be on my way home. On my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Hey guys, how do you report a president of a club who literally manipulated you to joining? How do you do that? I'm just kidding.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home.
Yeah.
Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in the Lyncher Club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of the girls. Yeah, Yuri. Yuri. All right. I just need to make the most of the circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem.
All right. Oh, this is different. You have unlocked a special new poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Did I click no by accident? Here we go with the poem process again. Since Sayori's not here, let's see what works for each one. We're still going Yuri. Just, Well, we know who this one would have been for if they were still around. Scars. Graveyard. I mean, this seems... I think I've gotten the hang of it for the most part. I've made the ultimate character development. I actually... I hate my life. That's what I get for being cocky. Judgment? Grief. Why is grief a word for you, Yuri? Wonder who's Papa? I regret selecting that.
Tragedy. The tragedy of Liege DB was literally guilt tripped of being in a club.
Fear. Broken? I remember imagination. Sensation.
Misfortune.
Not romance. Dang it! I'm getting better at this. Down, not falling for you again. For now.
Hi again, Liege DB. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry.
No, we should have.
This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Liege DB. Anything for you, Yuri. Honey, Yuri. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the literature club when
the screen just tilted.
Accustomed to it.
Oh my god!
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You had to be dragged by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Hey, Monica, you're blocking the way! I can't even read that. Thank you! Darn Monica, get in the way of my reading. I have issues reading enough.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between the saying, oh yeah, yep. Sorry, HDB. Well, we'll make sure to put your comfort in first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so I feel for me to... So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out her book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you usually don't read. I got resulted to a kid book. and we could, discuss it if you wanted. Oh, not a kid book, thank God. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? What a bitch jinx. Oh my gosh, so weird. So weird. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. It's still a beautiful part of this game. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically, I take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Screen's back to normal, thank goodness. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help to notice the intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. Looks like the exact same one she lent me. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's fine. We get the shot again. Just curious how you come to have two copies of the same book. Well, I stopped over the bookstore. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There was something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Patriot of Markov. There's a ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. That was not in the last story. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. I'm okay. I don't know which one I want more, the spoiler or so I don't have to worry about reading the book, because that sounds horrifying, or not being spoiled. I don't know. Yuri, I want to go back to the previous book. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. I'm glad you clarified. No, not the thing about the limbs. Do you have a thing with limbs getting removed? A bit weird, but hey. I could show you the original 6 Star Wars. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. No kidding. Even the dark turn from the beginning of the story, I think it was like episode 1 or episode 2 of this series, like, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was like but even in the story where Yuri first gave us, which was the lady having issues trusting everyone at the same time that she met her long lost sister. Even it wasn't that dark. This is a whole new kind of dark. It went from like level 2 dark to a level 100 dark. I mean, I like dark stories, but dang! You are not a fan of those sort of things, Liege DB? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I'm kind of questioning you right now, Liege DB. No, I'm just kidding. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just, that's the kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. But because the world is full of horrible people, we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I barely got to read that! Hold on. It's not even here. It just showed up out of nowhere. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right now. Oh!
That came out of nowhere. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put in my bag. Alright, it's fine. If I sit right here, I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. This is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. It just disappeared again. I was reading that.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold up my book more between the two of them. Okay. That sentence is a bit weird. I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Yuri, you know you want to share the book. Once we each lean into a bit, our shoulders almost are touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I can use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yeah, it's this photo again. I love this photo. Such a good photo. Alright. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the right side of the book between her thumb and the forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under my thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddling even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she is in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
Thank goodness. Because we're going to be here forever.
It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri's no longer asking me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me so I can turn it by my own volition. We continue to read the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an imminent exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate with this character at all.
Her face is different. That's a bit concerning. Well, why is her face different?
Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guessed things, she says, and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So, don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on the on her chest, as if it... Let's read that again. Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up, impatiently rushes out of the classroom. What on earth is that about? Oh, what on earth was that about? Liege DB? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no. Not really.
I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Ah, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Really? Because she didn't seem this crazy when we first played the game. Monica, is there something you're hiding?
Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Then I slip it in the back of my bag. Slip it back into my bag.
Let's read the whole thing again, just to make sure.
I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Then I slip it back into my bag.
Can't say it all the way, darn you. Okay, depending on the poems, let's see. Okay, cut that. Let's start with Natsuki.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Leash DB, if you're not going to take this club seriously, yeah, we've read that. Uh-huh.
Harsh. Right?
Yeah, she is harsh. What do you expect me to believe? That you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? Well, that's another story, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm not a writer.
Yeah, I'm putting my hard work and effort. We've read this. Oh.
Painful to think about. Fine. Well, I'm sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve on, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, each of our own. To each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
Pretty sure we read this. Hold on. Yeah, I looked back on my episode 2. Yeah, we've read this one. Yeah,
I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why aren't you convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Yeah. Done this. Let's get Monica over with.
Yeah, she's literally the only one here. Not even our girl Yuri's here.
Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. But the way... Oh, by the way, since you're new and everything... Oh yeah,
suggestions and activities to make me feel more comfortable. I've read that.
I don't want to share my poem with you. You can't make me.
And she likes it. Because why not? Oh, dang, I skipped too far.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri,
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
not really. We started sharing our poems with each other.
Already?
I'm so sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you that you took all the time you needed.
All right.
Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Yeah, sound confident. We read this one too. We have read these poems, so there's no reason to read them again. So what do you think?
It's trash.
No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna get somebody in the comments, if there even are comments, angry about me saying that. Yeah. Yep. I've read all this. I mean, I guess, speaking of writing tips, you might as well save this again. Yes, there is a reason. I saved it twice, and it didn't work. That's if I save it 3 times. Still the same thing. Oh well. Yuri showed up.
As Yuri was reading my poem, I noticed her eyes light. Exceptional. What was that?
Did I say that out loud? Yep, we've read this. Wait, hold on. Hold it. Oh, yeah, we've read that too. Yep, we've read that one too. Yeah, I think the next chapter we've read the next two poems too. Yeah, this is just pretty much a repeat of the first day, but things are changing. Come on. I've read all this. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I expected. It's as if I was everyone. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh no. We're gonna go through this again. Okay, we could do it. I'm worried. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their thoughts and perspectives on the poem. As they read in Tatum, I watch each of their expressions change.
Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute! Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? Was it? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Yep. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really doesn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was really looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. That doesn't sound like someone to get feedback from entirely. Sometimes negative feedback can help too. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. Shocking. And Liege DB did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Why is Yuri so cute? I didn't say anything.
And Leash DB liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested you were invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I that's not what I uh you just Yuri just stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Liege DB appreciates my advance more than he appreciates yours. Oh, advice. Let's read that again. Maybe you're just jealous that Liege DB appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?
Now, ladies, there's no reason to fight. Yuri's already won.
Are you sure you're full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything overly cutesy.
Ooh.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Liege DB starts showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. It's lagging. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy, bitch?
Yo.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. My point most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think that you can just counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa. Be careful or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri.
Yo.
On my bed. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Leash DB hear everything Let Leash DB hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri. No, I'm not even doing the voice. This is too terrifying.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Leash DB. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh my gosh. Let's go, Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Hey, Monica. Have we heard of personal space? Hey, Liege DB, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They're, uh, they really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. You and me both. I agree. For once, I actually agree with Monica on something. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. That is some poor leadership skills, if you can't even do that. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, that's a different picture. And she's gone. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in front of her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Leash DB, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. About it by tomorrow. One more time. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take this responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Liege DB. It would be embarrassing with you listening. Sigh, I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing the trouble. But what? Oh my gosh. She skipped it. She skipped the day. Oh my gosh, what an intense episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. That was insane. But that's it for part 5 of this series. I'll be back with part 6 another time. But anyway, see you all in the next part.